to the printing press, to the recorder of man's deeds, the keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive.
All right, what's up, fellas?
What is up, y'all? Getting crazy.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah. Great to have the Woodman. Ben's here. Woodman's here. We got the mods. I see Amy is
back.
in the house. Simone.
Yes.
Who else did I see? Amy, Simone. Might be the only
Great
two
Patriots,
here
man.
so
Such
far.
awesome things are happening. I'm telling you.
What do you guys think about all these shootings going on?
Well, we were kind of told a little bit forewarned.
Yeah, a little bit forewarned, weren't we? A little false flag, extreme level gonna happen. Joe, we got a super chat. Thank you, Joe. Just because he said.
Oh, just because. Awesome. Awesome.
Oh, we got Danielle
All right.
Yelly.
All
Thanks,
right.
Joe. Yes, thanks, Danielle, for being here. All right, so we got quite a bit to get into here. Definitely wanted to talk about some of the shoot 'em ups. It's unfortunate. Again, some of it screaming. This is my just personal opinion here. A little bit of program to the max. Narrative. It's like nobody does that. Safety goggles, earmuffs. Cautious about their
You don't
safety,
walk in
you know,
with eyes and ears safety, looking to kill a bunch of people. And like, and the guy's got tactical pants, and I mean, looks like a real spook who got his brain shattered, and now he's in there doing a mission. It doesn't fit.
Screams, programmed MK Ultra junkie to the third degree. Nuts. That's my opinion. It was an opinion piece. Let me put that out there.
We know very limited information, and I know when this was breaking, you'd go on, the mainstream media, even on YouTube, when you look up anything, it was like MSNBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, CNN, and that was the first one that you couldn't even have independent videos of some. I mean, in this day and age of everybody having a cell phone, and now everybody can live upload YouTube, I mean, on the fly, and Twitter and all that good stuff. The only thing that's out there, the breaking news, is the mainstream media. I mean, we know that this channel has been days and sometimes schedule of what the mainstream comes out with, and this is just because of logic.
Yeah, no, exactly. Now here's one from the big league politics. Just Democratic Dayton shooter photographed wearing satanic patches. The first weekend of August of 2019 has been filled with high-profile mass shootings. Shortly after the Walmart massacre in El Paso, Texas, another mass shooting occurred in Dayton, Ohio. Connor Betts, a 24-year-old of Bellbrook, was identified as a suspected shooter who killed 9 people near Ned Pepper's Bar in Dayton's Oregon district. Law enforcement was able to neutralize him within minutes. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine offered his condolences to the victims. Thanks to the Dayton Police Department and other officers involved in the ending of this tragedy, DeWine said, "We'll never know how many lives were saved. It remains to be seen what fallout from the shooting will look like for Ohio." DeWine has proposed the idea of supporting a red flag gun confiscation law to take the guns away from people who are perceived to be a threat to others. This kind of law making waves across the nation, with 15 states already having it on the books. Dayton Mayor Nan Whaley also commented on the shooting, saying, "I'm still just completely amazed with the heroic actions of our police department." So it goes on and on here a little bit. Here we go. Here's this guy against the gods. So yeah, it's a little bit.
Wow.
The other patch has not been fully identified, but some online sleuths claim it is a depiction of a Baphomet, an occult deity. Talking about this red one over here.
Right,
The androgynous god. The motive behind this shooting is still unclear. Curiously, Betts is a registered Democrat who has voted in multiple elections. Tom Peppert of BLM reported that Betts began voting in 2012. The next, he voted in Democratic Party in Ohio primary on March 15th, 2016. After voting in the 2016 general election, Betts later voted in the 2018 Democratic Party on the May 8th, 2018. So they're going over all of his total elections. He's been a part of the Democratic Party for a long time. So I guess let's see how he voted. Yep, it's voting. It's identity voter.
Damn.
Very interesting. They're pulling up his voter identification and how he voted. I thought that was supposed to be protected.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're going to come out and say he was... Because the one in El Paso, they were saying that he had a picture of... let me see if they have it on, if that was a story that broke out.
It's just interesting. No, I mean, of course, what do you, it's like...
Well, they were saying that he had a gun that spelled out Trump. The other one, like on his social media.
Okay, yeah, like it was...
I'm not saying it was true, but... so, El Paso shooter, online Trump gun pig.
Go to the images.
Go to Snopes here. This is funny. I saw this is exactly where I went and looked it up yesterday. Boom.
Wow.
I'm not laughing at anything other than just.
We don't know who that was from his manifesto or something, or.
So let's go through the guns here.
Yeah.
Here, Ben. What are we looking at?
7.62 by 39. Then you got a 5.56, and then we got a 6-inch 38 special with 2 dual and 9mm with the mags, and then you got. You cute little 38s over here, all semi-automatic, and a rounder off
the
good
clips
AR-15.
or the magazines out in front of them for the extra emphasis.
Extra. Now, it'd be nice if they were silencers or some type of suppressor units, but I'm getting what he's going for. Great little arsenal, some pistols, but this is one of those. I don't know where this picture came from. This could have been, how many other pictures of guns that spell Trump on them,
Look, it's only toys, guys. It's fine. Everybody has to have their own toys. I know Ben has his toys. Mike's got his toys.
I call mine tools. They're tools that have a certain purpose, and it's primarily outlined in the Second Amendment.
All right.
I know, but we haven't used it that way yet.
Ooh, EO2 Dave, thank you. POTUS said he is checking into all these false flags. Okay. Oh, he did too.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Did he? Okay, yeah. EO2 Dave.
So absurd.
Man.
The FBI declares war on the conspiracy theory, cites left-wing Snopes as a source. Go ahead and read this one a little bit here, Ben. Whoops.
Let's see here.
It's jumping around on me.
According to Yahoo News, the FBI considers right-wing conspiracies a grave national security threat with a QAnon, in parentheses, theories listed predominantly. Ooh, let's see here.
I made it a little bigger for you.
In its new statement, the agency loses all credibility in considering Snopes a viable source of information. The FBI, for the first time, has identified fringe conspiracy theories as domestic terrorist threat, according to a previously unpublicized document obtained by Yahoo News. The FBI intelligence bulletin from the Bureau's conspiracy theory, from the Bureau's Phoenix field office, dated May 30th, 2019, describes conspiracy theory-driven domestic extremists as a growing threat and notes that the first in such report to do so. The list a number of arrests, including some that haven't been publicized, related to violent incidences motivated by fringe beliefs. Well, you see these words they're using, you guys? Mm-hmm. The document specifies mentioning QAnon, a shadowy network that believes a deep state conspiracy against President Trump and Pizzagate.
Boom.
The theory that a
Boom, right there.
yeah, right there. A Pizzagate. That's what they're trying to associate. A theory that a pedophile ring, including Clinton associates, being run out of the basement of Washington, D.C. pizza restaurant, which didn't actually have a basement.
See how,
you
that's
see
how they
do that?
Debunk it. That's how they try to debunk it. You know it's real.
People. Yes, there is a basement in the White House.
A theory that there's actually a pedophile ring that exists somewhere, and that it includes the Clinton associates.
And you see how they're describing. Look at this.
Didn't this, like, they were saying this a year ago, you guys. I went back and I was reading articles yesterday. A year ago, like this same thing, like Pizzagate, that it involves pedophiles high up and well known. And all of a sudden now we got Epstein arrested.
But that has nothing to do with the Pizzagate. He wasn't supplying. That's something totally different. And they push it off.
It's the borders to Hollywood to DC to the steps of the White House, man. It's sick.
Sickening how much it. Yes.
I don't have great honor in bringing this. It's a tragic point in history. It's sick. It's sad. It's a mar. It's a shit stain in the history books.
This is what we've come to. I mean, look at some of our cities, and to think of these shootings. What we're failing to realize is some of these major cities are going down. There's fecal matter coming down the street. There's homeless people all over. We got people living in tents and RVs all across LA, San Francisco, San Diego, Seattle. And then you have these mass shootings, and it's like all this isn't driven out of good, honest folk standing up for what they believe and wanting to have a good life. This is driven by evil forces, you guys. Evil forces, and it's crazy.
What do you think?
It sure is.
What have you been thinking?
It sure is. It sure is, man. I don't know. I've been watching this quite a bit. I don't want to come off too strong with religion, but this is it's all satanic. These people are so deep into it, there's no turning back. So now you have to understand anything that comes down from the head of anywhere, whether it be a corporation or what have you, it all stems out to where, corporation, you have companies, then you have suppliers. It's all a big web thing. What a nightmare! What a nightmare! What can you say? What a nightmare! I don't know. What do you think, guys?
I don't know. We're waiting on you to give us a real answer. I'm just joking.
It's like looking at a train wreck, and you don't know. The train wreck is there, and you see the disaster, and you just can't look away because you see it barreling down. And for the first time, I think in I would say at least 50 to 75 years, we're starting to see all this subversive policies and the procedures and the acts and all this stuff that are not constitutional law, and you're seeing how they're literally tearing down Western civilization. Literally. Yeah. We're killing babies left and right. The average population reproductivity in America is like less than 2 children per couple. We can't.
Yeah, we can't survive. A nation, a culture can't survive without how's that?
They have at least 2.1 children to have a culture complete to sustain itself. And if you have less than that, and think about it, we're killing babies everywhere. We're having these crazy false flags, and it's almost like. Mike and I were talking in Garage Talk today. We're thinking this doesn't feel like a normal mass shooting. Yeah. It's like now it's so prevalent, and we see it all the time. It's like they have to have black coats and they have to be really distraught and be really upset.
Normal people don't operate that way. The rogue intelligence agencies operate the way that we're seeing. This is like 101 programmed. Type.
Yes.
They didn't get out of the office enough to realize that real people don't act like that. They're like, their training and their mindset starts coming in like, well, we need to have the guy do this, and he should grab safety goggles and then earmuffs and then
hold on,
program
guys.
that.
Let me get my safety for this mission. Put it on here. All right.
That's weird.
All right,
it is weird.
All right, okay, we good. All right. Am I a go?
No, I'm not discrediting that people died, and it's a horrible thing because that's false flags don't mean that people don't die. It just means.
But you got to call out the irregularities when you see them, and that right there is a huge irregularity from everything else that all the other quote unquote mass shootings that we've seen on the mass media has been depicted, and there's just nothing feels right. And to see that Q was saying the 24 hours something false flag, okay, so everybody else saw that too, including the dark side. They saw that Q post just as well. So did they stave it off by a little while? Who knows? See, Q wasn't right. But look what happened within 1 week. We have 2 mass shootings within 24 hours of one another. Like for the first time in history.
Yeah.
Things are happening. It's like
like somebody said, so
amazing.
many people are getting caught up in this. So many people have to die, and we're all kind of known, but things haven't stopped everywhere. We talk about it. From the chemtrails to the mass shootings, the false flags, all of it. People are dying still. We get it. The devil is everywhere. It's this has been going on, folks. So it's it's not gonna be an overnight. We didn't get here overnight. You don't become homeless overnight. You don't get pure. I mean, I might be off on my own. I know we've talked about this, Ben. We've heard Bill Cooper say it. I don't think any of these people think they're evil. They literally don't get up in the morning.
No,
like,
they don't get up.
I'm gonna be evil today. I'm gonna
get my evil breakfast.
I'm gonna eat my evil breakfast and brush my evil teeth with my evil. I mean, now granted, if they're doing some of these things we've heard, I don't know because I've only heard. And again, it's from insiders, former insiders. So I do like to take their word sometimes. And if you hear enough of it from enough of different ones, and it's like either they were all together and colluded this whole, or it's true. So I think they are being, duped more than anyone else.
I would agree.
It's little by little, right?
Deceived.
Yeah, think about like we talk about these laws are just now passing with abortions that are just pushing the lines. And that didn't happen in the 80s or in the 70s. It's happening now. It's been a progressive, just like the guns that they're trying to take. It's all little tidbits this way towards more evil, and then more of your personal security getting ripped away. And it can't come quick. It can't come swiftly. It's always little by little, folks, and that's how they get you. Generation by generation becomes more normal, and people are like, I remember when we used to be able to do this, and no longer can we. I mean, I don't know, but
well, we talk about the Hegelian dialectic, which is their ultimate goal is to get to strip us away of our firearms. So they create a problem that they're already going to have the solution to, so that they see as themselves as the redeemers, and we're going to freely give up our guns because for their illusion of their protection. And this is a game they've been playing for a long time. They have many irons in the fire of games they're playing in many areas, but this is the biggest one. And we know from history that every socialist or full-on Ruski communist country, the communistic union of countries that dealt with Marxism, the very first thing they had to do to seed the roots of their society was to wipe the guns totally free, get the firearms out of the public, and make that governmental property and use only. And that was the very first thing, and that's something that's not just my opinion.
They do live under a little bit of a fear of threat that you're armed, and they just can't come. And once they got that away from you, folks, they come and rape you. They don't care. They ain't got no guns. What are they gonna do? You think they're pushy and mouthy now? Just wait until. Yes, living in America. Excellent. Michael got his shirts and tag. Yes, and I'm wearing the one shirt right now, folks.
America. Yes, awesome.
He's in the chat right now. Living in America, check it out, folks. This is some high quality printing. The shirt material he's getting, these are right on, brother. These sizes that you sent me this time, perfect. The last one, I think the flags are behind me as well, folks. These are from them, and I can't even.
Those guys are great. Yeah, when Mike got all the packages, he was showing me pictures of them. They said like the same material. Like whenever I go out fishing and stuff,
the tags up here now.
Those SPF, yep, the tags. So it's like
plate, front plate for a car. So where we go, when we go, all folks. Awesome. Awesome.
All right.
So anyway, let's talk a little bit about. Let me show you guys these. Real quick. Okay, so in the other video earlier today, I showed these. Okay, wait, they're downstairs, so give me a minute. I'll put you guys back on. All right, you guys talk to them for a minute. Let me go grab something.
Okay.
So now, Woodman, I haven't been on for a little while. Now I know that you're talking and kicking and doing good now. How did everything go with the whole hospital and them digging in you and getting you a new ticker or restarting your ticker? How did all that go?
Well, I was very, God was on my side, and they were able to go inside of my heart and fuse things together, which would make it go from the blood supply would go from one chamber to the next. If that didn't work, hell, he told me you're 85% chance you're going to wake up with a pacemaker. But
well,
anyway,
it worked. You don't have one, so yeah, you're doing good. It didn't take you too long to get back on your feet. Were you riding the old iron horse 48 hours afterwards, or what's up?
Oh no! I did ride a Harley about 3 days ago, but I'm not supposed to. Not for another probably 4 or 5 weeks, because they're scared that whatever they fuse with that laser thing might tear loose. So once they can fix it real quick, and then it's got to stay that way without being under stress. Anyway, oh yeah, man, I'm doing good.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, man. Good.
Oh yeah,
it's been a bit crazy. Like I said, with all you guys watching right now, Mike had showed me was getting a lot of the shirts in. He was sending me pictures, and I was like, oh, they're amazing. And he was saying the material is like really spot on. It's really hard to find a really good, solid shirt you can, really use, and they won't shrink, and man work in them.
That's why he's saying that. I'll show you.
Yeah,
I kind of already did earlier, but you can see it hanging.
Yeah,
nice shirt. All right, what we got here? Showed this earlier.
Nice. There we go. Nice and clear. That's a nice pure, 99.9999 pure silver. Look at that there. Oof.
1 ounce.
That's
1 troy.
Smooth.
1 troy ounce. So we're going to do this present. And somebody sent me these, folks. So I don't mean to say somebody. I got the letters downstairs, and I just ran down to get these in the different floor of the house because I was looking at them. But we're going to give one of these away. Well, we're going to be doing a special thing. Me and Ben will talk about it here. Woodman's going to be hearing about it. So we got that. I'm going to bundle it with this.
I'll get it there. I'll get it.
Let me put this paper.
Get that cramp. Get that, yeah. There you go. Let's get in. There you go. Perfect. Armor of God. Look at that. So it gives you all of that. Look at that. Nice. Nice. And that's a good sized coin, you guys. That's not something tiny. That's got some girth on. Look how big that is, you know. Mike's got banana hands as well. So look at that, two of them. That's 1 troy ounce, and then of course you got that challenge coin, the Armor of God coin, which is awesome.
Armor of God, they're both in cases. Nice protective cases. And then we got let me come back to you guys. We got that plus what else you got? Go ahead and tell them. Who did we just talk to before?
So obviously we've all been really super riding high off of a really huge the Patriot Hour achievement, which is pretty much you guys, all the viewers. We had a veteran, you know him as Fluid Pour Art by Greg. He had a huge outpouring of your guys' blessing, huge. And we were talking to him on the phone literally earlier today, and he was already going out, bought 2 windows. He had was buying OSB and some plywood to resheath the outside of his house that they had pulled apart and cleaned off. He was, you know, you can tell he was tired from working his tail end off. And he was obviously going to be doing the Patriot Hour, like a Patriot Hour artwork out of his style, which we're pretty excited. But we are going to, here at the Patriot Hour, we're going to commission him to do a second painting. And that second painting, the Patriot Hour is going to raffle off to you guys, the subscribers. And that's what our plan is. Now, I will put, there is a caveat there. This is something that is going to be, we're working on some pretty big things in the background. Mike and the Patriot Hour here, our team has gotten like a copious amount of letters from veterans families of, I mean, we can't even begin to tell you the needs. Some of the stuff is like, it's even hard for us to read because of what's going on out there. And we want to replicate the blessing that you guys have given to other veterans and their families. So we're going to be raffling off those 2, that challenge coin, 1 troy ounce of silver with the Trump coin, and a commissioned art piece by Fluid Pour Art by Greg. Now, we don't know the minute details right now. Money we're going to be donating towards the commission piece, and some of the details. But Mike, if you can also go over the 501c3 lawyer and whatnot. Yes, this is one of the coins right here that we're going to be giving away with the commission art piece to be coming. We've already talked to Fluid Pour Art by Greg. He is going to be starting on the commission piece, and the Patriot Hour is going to be throwing in the 1 troy ounce silver Trump coin and the Armor of God challenge coin. So even just these, just the 2 coins by themselves, I mean, you're talking 1 troy ounce of now that's a little more purified gold. Most of your minting gold only goes to the get the 10s, you know, the 100s. It only goes to the 1000s in purity. This goes to the 10,000s purity. So that's a pretty cool thing. And this is where we told Greg by you know, obviously Fluid Pour by Art that, you know, the Patriot Hour, you guys bless us all the time, and this is how we can continually push this and forward on the blessings that we receive here. So it's pretty amazing. So with the 2 coins and the commission art piece, we'll be coming up with it. And to see some of Greg's artwork, you can go to Pinterest. You can go to Greg Dash, and that's on the Pinterest. That's Greg Dash is his Pinterest account that has different.
I was trying to get photos of that. That's why I was holding it there forever.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, perfect.
Feature in here, and I just wanted to. All right.
Now, so, if you want to also go over the
so
possible pro bono thing,
anything more than that, we're trying to get to a goal, and we want to give you guys something back. So what we did talk with Greg about, and to elaborate a little bit, he said he will. He's like, oh, I already made a Patriot. He's already got it done. He already sent me a photo of the one that he made for the Patriot Hour. What, you know, in his art piece and pouring of the fluids, it came out of what represents the Patriot Hour to Greg, and that's what he already made. He sent me a photo. This is for us. Put it in the studio somewhere, and we're gonna do that. And then we have got this other piece that has yet to be made, and he said he's gonna what did he say to us?
We'll get
on
with
that?
him on a
The
later date.
Patriot
We'll get
Hour-
that on this. Yeah,
Yeah,
something that we can give to
he
you
said
guys.
he called it the Patriot Hour fluid pour
Something,
with the
yeah.
logo.
But it was
He
pretty
said
cool
almost
he
with the
had it.
Patriot Hour logo he's going to have in it.
Yes.
So this is going to be the one that we're going to auction off with the 2 coins. All right, so you're going to get the
Yeah, you're gonna
auction
it'll
or
be a
raffle
it'll be
or
a
whatever.
drawing. Yeah, it'll be a
drawing,
raffle.
there you go.
We
That's
talked
what I didn't mean
about.
to say auction, but some kind of fancy game where we'll decide all the stipulations, because we got to work all that out yet. But this is just an idea, and then whoever gets that's going to get this painting and a couple of coins. So we thought that'd be kind of cool. What do you think, Woodman? What do you think on that?
Sounds fantastic, man. Keeping people involved here,
Yes.
That's fantastic, fantastic. Keeping people involved, just make sure everybody knows that they're part of this team. Everybody
Yes.
within earshot is part of this team,
All right. So,
So-
and again, I do need to take care of some of the mods here. Not even a shirt. Yeah, and I don't have shirts right now, you guys, and we need to get some. How about we do that? We
Living
get
in
some-
America, you're
go through
awesome. Oh
living-
my gosh.
We go through Living in America to get some shirts made, and I want to give one. I want to get one for each and every one of the mods, and we will do that. So I need sizes, addresses again to send stuff, folks. If I know you've sent them before, and probably some of the mods have never gotten anything, even when they sent it, and I am just that far off. David Vincent, hey Mike, Woodman, Ben, God bless you, brother. Living in America, thank you. And Missy Pell 731. So good to see Ben and Woodman, and thanks to the mods for all they do. Hello, Michael. Hi, Michael. Hello, Missy. Am I saying
Yes,
Missy
yes.
Pell?
Mods are fantastic.
So
What a
another
job they
thing
do.
that we're going to be, Mike and I wanted to put out as well is I know that there's somewhere in one of the subscribers, or if you know anybody, and if you're watching right now, the Patriot Hour is looking for 501c3 some business lawyers to do pro bono work. We're going to be setting up a 501c3 foundation. If you're serious about logging in your pro bono time to reserve and keep your bar, we're preferably looking for attorneys or counselors in the state of Indiana. But if you are in a different state, paralegal,
advice.
counselor, lawyer, whatever thing, if you can practice or write up 501c3s for the state of Indiana, please contact the Patriot Hour. Email them, and in the title bar, or the title of your email, make sure you reference 501c3 lawyer. If you truly are a lawyer, representative, or counsel, you know what to write in the title bar.
Yes.
We're looking to do some things and springboard from where we're at now. So I'm putting that out there.
What else?
So contact the Patriot Hour.
Yeah, pass that along. Okay, another thing I want to put out, anyone up in the New York area around Greg, I think he was here in the live chat. He said he was going to be, but who knows? He might
And
be
if he
laying
is,
down.
what's up? Yeah, who knows? He could be
And if you guys
working.
know, if somebody knows, I know he's from New York, and I know it's not like the city. I know it's upwards, upstate.
It's upstate, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, and is there, somebody linked into the Home Depot? Do you know the managers? Can you get that crew that they like to do those habitat for, to come out and help? Maybe they can help do some of this work that needs to be done.
Hey, scrap lumber, if
Yeah.
he's once he gets
That's
better,
what I'm saying.
he knows how to swing a hammer and that kind of stuff. So
A little bit of that networking for that angle. Just want to make
For
sure that's all
sure.
buttoned up. And I know he's well on his way with things.
He's
like Ben
he's
said.
already working on it pretty hard, right?
Yes,
He's
yes. That's what I'm saying.
I
But
hear he's been really hammering away at us. So he's on it. He's on it. Give the guy some support. Holy cow, people! He's a patriot. He's an American. We're there for that. patriots. Come on, guys.
America.
Otherwise, we're just sitting here talking for no reason at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, they've been doing a good job taking care of him. So keep it going. Keep it going. It's a minute thing in a big pool of water. Minute thing.
Heck yeah. All right, rookie bundles, Buttigieg, nothing there. I'm just looking at some hot topics. But
Proud American, seeker of the truth. Danielle Bird, what's up? Amy the Mod, always love. And Vicky Ferguson, Carol Johnson, Digital Dave, Yashir Yamasutu, Melvin Campbell, Spot in Sky 777, Elizabeth Clamus, Fluid Pour Art by Greg. He's up in Limestone, New York, y'all. Limestone.
Anybody
There you go.
around that area, do some making of the calls.
Maybe you guys do a first time Patriot Hour satellite meetup.
Well, what I'm saying is a lot of times these things happen not by the veteran themselves calling to the local, hey, I'm in need of, it's always
most of us won't.
There's something we can do. So I thought maybe it'd be better if somebody in that area can go in. Not that I couldn't call tomorrow or something, and but I'm just saying.
Hey, man, it's all about your local, man. We're talking teaching a man to fish type stuff. If you can find him good support in his own area, that's the best kind of support, because having people in your local area, man, get back to local communities and building up the families and getting back to what's important.
There's got to be veterans around there, And
I'm sure.
Veterans have families. So, hey, look, help the guy out. They're right up there. We know people that help each other out because they're veterans, and then it extends beyond that to be family stuff. Wherever he's at, help him out. Holy cow, man, he's a great patriot. We're all patriots. Help the guy out, man. He's in need, and he's not scared to work. He's doing it already. So keep that in mind, folks. Come on, we all need help every now and then. Who knows when you might need some help? Come on, holy cow, you'd be too proud to ask, but we need to support each other. Where we go one, we go all.
That's right.
Quite
correct.
correct.
You said that earlier.
Especially in times like right now, man, we've just had a massive amount of people get treacherously murdered, and our country's in a real bad spot right now. I mean, you think about the deep state doing their false flags. They're really gaslighting and really putting a fire on the sheeple to really make them angry, and it's cities are going downhill. We're having crazy mass shootings in seamlessly middle America, Ohio, El Paso, Texas. Okay, you're close to the border. I understand. We've been hearing that illegal alien. Maybe we can go with that, narrative, but it's like not what's coming out. Something's not right, and it's now more and more prevalent and more. It's almost like they think they're so overt that they're trying to be covert, and vice versa, and it's not really working anymore, because it's amazing.
When you lose control of certain strings and power over here, some of the other things you keep doing don't mash up real well with some of the other narrative going on. We got a few Trump tweets we want to look at here in a minute, and one more thing, Greg, Fluid Pour, if you're still down below in the tweets or the comment section, you told me and Ben on the phone before this video, that this live stream, that you if they all want to look at all my paintings that I've done, they can log on to. Did you remember what that was? Did you say it was an Instagram?
Yeah, it was Gregory Dash. It's his Pinterest. If you go to Pinterest, okay. I believe it's Gregory Dash. I think it is.
Link me up on there, brother. Find me on there.
Yeah,
I'm on Pinterest. I just a month or two ago did it through the YouTube. Because I have the link there all the time to post videos, so I started doing it, and I've gotten some traction. But yeah, the Patriot Hour on Pinterest. Greg,
yeah, he's here. I just saw him comment. So Fluid Pour Art by Greg. Post your Post all your social media, your Pinterest, your Facebook, all that stuff you do, man. Start putting up all your stuff out there so you can get the image out. Because honestly, that's how a lot of people get your stuff out these days. If you can't get it out to local market, but you know, in the essence of helping Fluid Pour art by Greg, we want to start helping other people and start to do this on a regular basis. And you know, this is just something that we've been so amazed, literally, of how well the response has been from you guys. And of course, you know, GoFundMe takes their cut, and there's things like that. And so there's just some really, really good stuff coming up on the horizon that Mike and I and the team here have been talking about for probably about 6 months now. But we haven't really pulled the trigger, and it's really due because, again, we're calling out, we need legal counsel before we really move forward, because we're at a really critical time right now.
Crossroads.
And yeah,
Oops, I cut that off. Hold on.
And
there you go.
With that awesome man at the helm right there. So
a little bit of
really good
45-ish.
things are happening. A little bit of 45-ish on the SmackDown-ish.
All right, let's do this. You read that one.
Today. The flags at the White House will be lowered today through Thursday, August 8th. Melania and I are praying for all those impacted by this unspeakable act of evil.
Of evil. You see that, folks?
Evil.
Evil. Just like we say. I'm just joking. Coincidence?
I mean, do you believe it? So
back it up. I'll read this. Today so that was the first part of yours. Today, go ahead and read that.
Mm-hmm. Well, so today I authorized lowering of the flags to half staff at all federal government buildings in honor of the victims of the tragedies in El Paso, Texas, and Dayton, Ohio.
And then there's part 2. Okay, so yeah,
that's
where we got into. So there you go.
Yeah.
That was pretty quick action. The FBI, local, state law enforcement are working together in El Paso and Dayton, Ohio. Information is rapidly being accumulated in Dayton. Much has already been learned in El Paso. Law enforcement was very rapid in both instances. Updates will be given throughout the day.
Law enforcement was very rapid in both incidences. Do we remember? Now I don't know, and I just maybe just seeing if it connects. Is it interesting how quickly the law enforcement was there? Usually some of these things, again, this is just one of those weird things that most mass shootings, the police don't come for a little while, whereas it's like they were there immediately. Just interesting. I could be reading into nothing, you guys, but it's just interesting.
Yeah, hold on here. States reply. Fire Kobe. Reports are very bad, many killed. They're going to be very well in China. Just kind of scanning. I haven't looked at Trump tweets in the last couple of days.
Kind of been off a bit, yeah. First Ebola patient stepped foot in the United States.
Nice to see one of my best pupils is still a giant Trump fan.
I love working with him. What do you think about some of these posts, Woodman?
Be nice to be a fly on the wall.
Oh, yeah. Really bad news. The Baltimore house of Elijah Cummings was robbed. Too bad.
Wow, that's funny.
Finding all these people that are, up there, their home states where they're from, or just their politics.
Literally, Baltimore is literally rat infested. Like the city of Baltimore is like literally. I was watching some of these. The last 2 mayors. It was like his last 2 mayors ago. It was his female mayor, and she was walking around. And she's like, "What the hell's going on? Man, this stinks like rats down here." It's like blocks and blocks of abandoned houses, and it's crazy. And like,
she said she could. Yeah, she said
could
she could
smell
smell
rats.
the rats. She said I
Yes,
can
he knows
smell the
that, man.
rats.
And then one
Oh,
came
yeah, it's
running
pretty
behind
bad.
them on live TV.
But no, listen. This is Colin's backyard. You know, the government is spending billions and billions of dollars in that small, tiny community. You think about that. Maryland's not that big. The whole state's not that big. Baltimore, billions and billions. What have they done with it? We need to ask Collins that. That's his backyard. Well, let's find out what he done with all that money.
He's in a lot of hot water right now. He's in a lot of hot water because his city is getting highly focused on, and he was supposed to be this prestigious chairman, and his dealings, and Maryland has always kept a soft spot for the District of Columbia, obviously because they gave a 10 by square chunk of land to that sovereign nation that they call the United States corporation. So it's like
whatever they call it.
They've always had to keep a very tight bond with Maryland, and the powerhouse of Maryland that controls all of the Maryland politics is the city of Baltimore. It's almost like New York controls the heartbeat of New York State, unfortunately.
All right, we're gonna listen to this
At least, do you
real
think
quick, you guys. Hold on. Somebody said to play it. She said she can smell the dead animals, rats as well.
Yes,
That's
yes,
right.
dude. I'm telling you.
Okay. I don't know. I think that maybe Kamala
Somebody
Harris.
said
I've
watch
heard
this.
people say she's in the pole position right now. What's your view on that?
Well, first off, I don't think Joe Biden. Look, on the polling and whatever this polling is, I just don't see if the Democratic Party want to take on Donald Trump. I got news flash for them. They're not going to take on Donald Trump with Joe Biden. He's not going to be able to stand up to the withering assault at Donald Trump. You've got to bring it. You've got to know how to hit a fastball. And Joe Biden's days of hitting a fastball are many years in back of him. And I also think
he's under pitch, buddy. It's okay. He's slow ball pitch.
To see these, although down on the border, you just don't see people take. I think it's still a pillow fight. And I think Kamala Harris and the leadership of the Democratic Party are not addressing the central issues in the world today, and I think they're very weak on China. Biden's atrocious on China. Biden's financial relationships, his family's relationships with China, he's soft on China. Kamala Harris soft on China. So I think that this is the key geostrategic. To be commander-in-chief, you have to have a defined point of view, and you've got to let the American people know what that is. So I think these debates, I consider it a summer replacement show that's not going to get picked up for the fall. I think the ratings are down. There's no energy. I don't see any excitement in these candidates. So, you still got some people on the sideline. Right. I think this Democratic primary and the makeup of this thing is you've got Bloomberg, you've got Clinton, you've got some pretty savvy people on the sidelines, I think, watching this. And right now, if the Democratic Party think they're going to beat... I think the Democratic Party wants to take out. If they want to take out Donald Trump, I think the Democratic Party wants to take out. If they want to take out Donald Trump, if they want to take out Donald Trump, I don't see anybody on the stages either night. They're going to come close to taking out Donald Trump.
But you see Michael Bloomberg or Hillary Clinton jumping into this?
Trump. If they want to take out Donald Trump, they're going to beat. I think watching this, and right now, if the Democratic Party think they're going to beat. I think the Democratic Party wants to take out. If they want to take out Donald Trump, sideline. Right. I think this Democratic primary and the makeup of this thing is you've got Bloomberg, you've got Clinton. You've got some pretty savvy people on the sidelines, I think, watching this. And right now,
trust.
the Democratic Party think they're going to be. I think the Democratic Party wants to take out. If they want to take out Donald Trump, I don't see anybody on the stages either night.
That's crazy.
Taking out Donald Trump.
But you see Michael Bloomberg or Hillary Clinton jumping into this?
I think that people are going to step back and watch this and look into the fall this year and see if any of these candidates really come up and step up to the plate and take on Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a.
So it's just showing all the NASDAQ and the stock
and it's
going up and down. And
I think the Democratic Party's number one objective is to defeat Donald Trump. I don't see it on those stages. Maybe it emerges. It hasn't emerged yet.
Look at Apple's at
$6.35
per share, or something like that. That's the AAPI Apple share. Oh, that's awesome. That was awesome.
They had no problem displaying that, did they?
No, it said trust, and it's like QQQ. It's the indicator of the company. It was like
how much you saw of the
QQQ.
debate, but I'm sure
There it is,
got
Invesco,
at least. Do you
QQQ,
think
trust
that
Q. See, it says Invesco right there. QQQ, trust
Right.
QQQ, 188.66.
And then right after, it's
Can't
like
say
there
it now.
again, right?
Yeah.
Invesco, trust Q,
Trust
yeah.
QQQ.
So-
Biden is the front runner,
and the very next one.
So they did it twice.
or I don't think I don't
149,
know. I think
148.
Kamala
3
Harris,
times.
some
149
people
is
say she's
148.
in-
Oh,
Look at
wow.
What's your
4
view on
times.
that?
148. Look at they did it
First off, I
5.
don't
Was it
think
4
Joe
Count it.
times?
How many times?
Hey, look,
17?
on the
Oh,
polling unit, whatever this
jeez.
polling is, I just don't see if the Democratic Party want to take on Donald Trump. I got news flash for them. They're not going to take on
Look,
Donald
they do it
Trump and Joe
again.
Biden. He's not going to
Boom.
be able to stand up to the withering
Invesco, QQQ,
assault that Donald
trust
Trump.
QQQ.
You've got to bring it.
That's
You've got to know how to hit a
crazy.
fastball, and Joe Biden.
I sure look at even tells you 20-year Treasury bonds,
Yeah, but-
Qualcomm.
And I also think it shows
Invesco,
you right now
QQQ,
with
trust
these, I did get a chance
QQQ,
to see
187,
these, although I'm down on the
145.
border.
Wow.
You just don't
That's
see people
crazy.
I think still
It's out there,
I think
right?
Kamala
You're
Harris and the
awesome.
leadership of the Democratic Party are not
There it is
addressing the
again.
central
Just
issues
QQQ.
There it
in
is.
the world today, and I think they're very weak on China. Biden's atrocious on
It's
China.
out
Biden's
there.
financial relationships, his family's
Well,
relationships
that's when you
with
look
China.
at
He's soft
that's
on China. Kamala
CNBC,
Harris,
and they're doing look at Invesco, QQQ. That's great. That's great. That goes to show you that when who's ever doing the ticker tape, because that's just an engineer there in the studio.
Yeah, just like
And what
me.
they're
Oh,
doing
yeah.
is they're pulling in the feed from the stock exchange. They are telling you live feed. Now, of course, it's seconds delayed, not the whole half a millisecond closer you get to the stock exchange. And they're just telling you what the current stock rates are because they're falling and go up and then blah blah blah. And in there he puts
It's the market.
Invesco, which
Yeah, it's
Invesco
the
honestly.
market, yeah.
Well, in IT field, when you're creating shell programs to learn that kind of stuff, the first company you do is like an Invesco company, and then you do your name, and that's your first little show. I thought it was just a little funny. You can see that whoever was in there kind of putting a little trust queue. He was meth. Oh, it's great. That was great. But
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that one lady who was. That one Baltimore's mayor who was saying the whole stinks like rats, and it's just nasty. Because it's
Oh, I
not
can't-
like
I
it's not a racist thing. It has anything to do with you're speaking of the cleanliness of a person's city,
Well, the small volume of area, and to have billions sent there to clean it up, that should reflect something somewhere. Where did that money go? If it's still rat infested
You see
at
it,
this
Ben?
time, come on. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, look at the ticker at the bottom of us. Underneath
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Woodman.
Woo, all right.
QQQ trust. Oh.
Oh.
That is crazy.
Q
I'm not
overload.
gonna count 'em.
Overload 'em.
I'm not gonna count the Q's. Are you gonna count them? I'm not counting them.
No, I mean the bottom. I would agree with you, Woodman. I mean, all the billions or whatever going through the city of Baltimore and the powers that be, they're just a vehicle to get an offshoot. I mean, this is another way how the District of Columbia offshoots different things and bypassing federal law because they're working hand in hand with these state officials and state law trumps federal law on certain things, and it's deception. That's all it truly is, because that Baltimore, I mean, a mere 20 years ago was like, one of the most beautiful cities to be at. They were flourishing. I mean, super clean. At one point in time, I think in the 80s, it was like the number one city to raise your children in. And now people throwing trash in the street, and it is crazy. It's like, what it looks like? It looks like the hedgerows just outside the small towns in Ukraine after World War II, with all these abandoned houses because there's nothing.
Oops, sorry.
Like that, and they're all high mass democratic cities, and some of them are republic as well, but they're all these sanctuary cities where they have these huge programs for homeless people. There, it's crazy. What's the fun? Invesco, QQQ.
So I'm looking at this trading.
Yeah.
Thanks to Danielle Yelly. She put this link up in the live chat. So it's a history. Invesco QQQ is an exchange-traded fund based on the NASDAQ 100 index. The fund will, under most circumstances, consist of all stocks of the index. The index includes 100 of the largest domestic and international non-financial companies listed on the NASDAQ stock market based on the market capitalization. The fund and the indexes are rebalanced quarterly and reconstituted annually. So what is this?
Go see if we can't find their mission statement to see what it does and what they do. So is it an exchange trade fund based?
Right here up at the top, overview, performance, portfolio, distribution, document. What do you think? Best Q. Last trade 187.
There's trading for. Go to their portfolio. That may tell you that their holdings are. Okay. Information technology, communication services.
44% makes up information. 0.86. We could basically say 45%, but.
And then the other half is communication services, which is a deadly combination between IT and communication. That's like the perfect symbiosis.
Discretionary healthcare.
Now, consumer discretionary, that's going to be your information, your HIPAA, every time that's the terms and agreements, but we're going to sell your information to other third-party companies.
Yeah, industrials, and then utilities and financials.
Now, scroll down a little bit to see some of their, okay.
Fundings and holdings. Look at this. Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Alphabet Inc. That's the Alpha, yeah, dude. Cisco.
Alphabet Inc. Look at Cisco Systems.
Network.
Intel, Comcast, PepsiCo. Now, wait a minute. So this one company has a holdings. Now, what is the percent of the holdings of? Now, this tells Microsoft, the overall holdings of the entire company.
2% of
11,
2% of Comcast, 2% of Intel, 2%.
Now, it doesn't seem like very much, but these people are making billions each company yearly.
Oh yeah, they've already got their fingers in the till.
So, Mike, go up to their distributions and then go to documents because this is interesting. Yelly, you're awesome. No, okay. Then go to documents because they won't show it in the distributions. It's just dividend rates for the higher frequency people, but it doesn't tell you who the people are though. Hold on, no. Those are just no different things. Huh. No, I was just kind of looking somewhat. You might be able to go on, but man, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, besides the overview. It's interesting because the companies that they hold stake in, are they not also antitrust case that's going on right now against Google? And I know we know Microsoft in the past has been through an antitrust case. So that was interesting, man. Look at how cool that was from you guys. You see, it just goes to show us that you guys are a great resource, and we're a community here. So,
ooh, wow! Thanks, Doobie Redburn. Just a few minutes ago, helped the veterans. God bless you, Papa Rose. Thank you, EO2 Dave on the ticker under Steve Bannon said trust Q. He pointed that out. Thank you. Lower Nowood helped the vet. Living in America, you're awesome. Jet Screen Custom Printing, folks. Patriot Hour. Everyone keep praying for the safety of POTUS, all patriots, and for all others to wake up. Our goal is to help grow the Patriot Hour and start conversations with. And they got some cool merch going on, so more to come. That is awesome. Good to see you. Where's Ben been hiding? Joe says early on. That was awesome. Thank you, Joe. All right, so we'll go a few more. We'll just hit over an hour. Let's wrap this up. We went over some great stuff here today, folks. And again, thanks for all the super chats. We appreciate it so much.
It's always a blessing, and it's amazing just to.
Yeah, you guys really came through with the Greg issue. It was awesome. He's on his way to doing things, great things. We're going to keep an eye on it. We'll report back. At least he'll be back on, of course, in the future. And we'll report again as more comes out over that, just to, show you what your contributions actually did.
Yeah,
world.
where it's actually going. Yeah, in the real world. Yeah, because this is grassroots, people. This isn't something that, this whole thing just came about, and it isn't like we didn't strategically pick Greg or at all. It just he was on the show. We know him. It just had happened, and that's how it happens. And we like this action, and we like how it unfolded, and we can continue doing this. So this is it's just going to be some amazing times. And like Mike said, man, we do live in amazing times. See something, say something. This is a time to get close with your family, your communities, your local churches, your local food banks, your local homeless shelters. I mean, all that kind of stuff. Take care of your family, then trickle it down to those around you. And it's always been a blessing to be back, and always love what you guys are doing here at the Patriot Hour. And again, anybody who is a 501c3 counsel, legal attorney, whatever that can do pro bono work for the Patriot Hour, it's going to be an Indiana 501c3. Give Mike a holler there to the Patriot Hour email. Yeah, it's going to be a great thing. I want to talk about the raffle again there, Mike, what's going to be happening with the coins and whatnot.
Yep, we got the painting coming from Greg here. He actually gave us a timeline. We didn't push him at all. We said, with everything you got going on, your health, the home, the painting can be, he's already got the one done coming for the Patriot Hour here in the studio, but he's got this other one. He said, give me, I'll get it done. I'm going to start on it tomorrow. So whatever little bit time that you can get put on that tomorrow, we're all, grateful for that. And then in the next few days, and then there's a drying process, then there's a clear coat, and then there's a curing. So we're looking at about a week and a half before it even, and we can just say 2 weeks from now before we possibly get that in studio to be able to show you guys and start
traction. Yep, to start the thing going on. So I don't know, what do you think about all this craziness here and about what's going on?
What does all the live actual chatters think of that? Like, would you guys be in for tossing in a few dollars towards which would be little to you guys, like maybe $10 we came up with, maybe $10 is the minimum.
Well, yeah, if it could be a raffle, we would designate a set amount of tickets that we will sell, and once the tickets are sold, or we're going to figure out the process, but it's going to be in a raffle style to where you'll purchase a ticket, and at
it's not really
show,
ever getting a ticket though,
it's
or
never. It's just we'll figure it out. But basically, once we come to a certain number of individuals who have entered into this particular raffle, we'll do a show and we'll pick out somebody.
We'll go through
live.
Those names.
Yeah, we'll do. We can put them all into an algorithm program, and show that they have those out there as well. And then on a live show, we'll
throw all your names into a hat.
Hey, we're going to be creative, but yes, we will pick out somebody who will be blessed with a gorgeous piece of artwork, a nice chunk of silver, beautifully stamped, and a beautiful challenge coin to always remember that we don't ever wrestle against flesh and blood, people.
Now, what I did learn was the difference with, and I believe, there's these Trump coins that are stamped. There's several companies doing them out there, and it doesn't matter as long as they're 99% silver or something. But the traditional U.S. gold places here, they'll use the method where you get a 99.
The minting standards versus the jeweler standards.
Yes.
Right.
The Canadian monetary system
Mints.
up there, mints, they actually do this refined process. So any of their actual minting federal coins that they'll come out with will end up being ours are 99.9% pure silver, where theirs are 99.99% pure. It's just that little extra, because it's a little extra bake off. It's times 2, because they'll do it and they do it again, and then you burn down that little bit more of impurities, I guess. So it's just a little more. They say when it comes down to selling it, you get nothing more for the little bit more pure. But maybe it could be one day if, the highest gold's ever been was in the 70s. They said, I think it peaked at $37 or $42 per troy ounce. I think right now it's at about 30 or $28 per troy ounce.
It's kind of hovering. We don't. Yeah, they're still seeing after this quarter coming up.
Yeah, this is an awesome strike piece. It's 45 on there.
Yeah, it's great. Well, the pure it is. What's nice is the more and the years it will retain its luster.
You know what they need to get? What would be one more? Also, so we're doing with that painting. You're gonna get the Gregory Dash painting. You're gonna get the Armor of God challenge coin. You're gonna get
that's priceless.
One troy ounce of 45 on there. 1 troy ounce. You're gonna get we talked about, and if maybe in the next 2 weeks it could happen. I would still like to get about 100 struck challenge coins of the Patriot Hour. I mean, that would be awesome, right?
Yeah, and we're still, again, this is something that, Mike and I and at the team here, we've got so much gears running through our mind, of bigger things. And again, that's why this is the first time that we talked about it, and we felt to kind of come out to you guys about the counseling and attorney doing pro bono work for the team, because we're pretty serious about some back end stuff that's only going to basically benefit you guys for better content and just some really, really cool stuff that we're going to be having in the future. It's kind of like, it's so hard not to talk about it, but I mean, some really good stuff coming out for you guys. It's really all about you guys.
Yes. So, and we got stuff lined up. We're going to be getting with American Joe. Everyone knows I was out of studio for 3, 4, 5 days. I had a couple things on the back, lined up that I was able to get done and hold and release as I was gone. But we're going to get with them. That'll probably be one of our very first kind of interview, whether, we talked about whether we go on that show or I go on that show, he comes on ours, however it works out. We can do 2 shows. Whatever, we'll figure all that out. Leave that up to us. Again, fellas, any last words of encouragement to everybody with this week coming up, and what do you expect? Any tidbits of information?
I don't know, Woodman. What do you think down there, brother? What's up?
Boy, I sure hope everybody has a truckload of popcorn, because the way things are going right now, at the trickling effect of honest, that's hard to say, a trickling effect of the honest news coming out. The show has begun. We're going to watch a lot of changes here in the near future. Good Lord, I hope everybody can hang on to the avenue our country is going down is historic. We are taking our country back, and we have a non-politician president that's going to guide us. We have people like Mike and Ben and the rest of the Patriots to help guide us along the way to where we can help people. Like for real. We're talking about livelihood. This is not a knitting class. This is a livelihood. People's lives, mine, yours, Ben's, Mike's, livelihood for real people. Get down to the bare root of it. Livelihood. I thank God every day because of Ben and Mike, because for what they really do and how they dig and how they bring things out to the surface. Here we go. Like they're going to do a little raffle thing for the coins and stuff. Fantastic. the coins have authenticity to them. It's not like something you buy down at uh, uh, the mall. This is like real stuff. Anyway, uh, we're all doing our part to help a little bit one way or another. And God bless every one of you. Uh, you cannot buy a patriot. Patriots are earned. They're earned side by side, and some of us earned it with blood and sweat, and others haven't. I don't care. We've still earned it. We're all patriots. We're here for a mission to get our country back from that evil, satanic realm that has been in our country for so long, and it's going to be so hard to expose them because the people that's going to have to expose them is part of the problem. How do you fix that? It's going to be a slow process, people. It's going to take more than Donald Trump's first 4 years. It's going to take 4 more, and then maybe like 4 more after that. I'm not saying him, but somebody on the same legacy. Anyway, I'm not trying to be a chatty Cathy.
Oh, you're good.
And listen, I'm so proud of everybody helping out with our Patriot that has this problem with his trailer. I don't know how in depth you guys told anybody, but God bless all of you because we're helping each other out. I mean,
that's what it's
gee
about,
whiz,
brother.
I'll bet you if you ask him for something, even the turmoil he's going through right now, he'd find a way of doing it. We're patriots. We say most of us are veterans, but we're still patriots, non-veteran and veteran. We're still patriots.
That's right.
God bless every one of you. God bless every one of you. Mike and Ben,
God bless.
airborne all the way, man.
Oh yeah,
all the way.
Guys.
Thanks for all the super chats, by the way. They're still popping in while we're closing out here, and we appreciate that. If you want to get a few more in, throw them in before we shut out. Go ahead. What you got, brother?
Oh, hey, I just lots of love to you guys. I mean, it's amazing what's happening, and again, protect your family, protect your community. See something, say something, especially now with what's happening in the wake. Don't think there's going to be ripple effects after what's happening, and just be prepared. Pray about it. With that challenge coin that we'll be giving away soon, it's the armor of God. That's some serious stuff we're going through right now. So lots of love to all you guys. Thank you definitely Woodman and Mike for having me on again. God bless all you guys, man. Thank you so much. And we'll be hitting you guys up soon, real soon.
All right, there we got it. We got the boys, fellas again. Great show, great material that we got out there. Airborne Woodman. God bless both of you, and we'll see them back. They're always going to be on, folks. They're always part of the Patriot Hour movement. They're patriots. They're veterans. We love to get together with you. We love to get together with, when we can help out like we did. We can all use our networking skills. I know me and Ben are talking about nonprofit and these things now. We have talked about this for years. It would have been a different method years ago. We were involved with the Legion. It would have been a lot more physical. The Legion's work, I mean, they still want you to use paper and pencils for a lot of stuff in the offices, folks. I mean, and that's like, I'm a computer guy. Let's do something on that level. And here we are today with the Patriot Hour. So it's been a great learning experience for everyone involved. I know that. We appreciate everything you guys have done. We've seen the power of the Patriots. You guys, we can shift. We can pay it forward if we ever have to. Think about it. A couple bucks shifted over to this way out of everyone's pockets can really, really make a difference. And we can take care of our own and then get back on track. And that's what it's all about. So, all right, again, great show tonight. We got some things coming up. Interesting art pieces, coins, and interviews that we're trying to reach out to. We have reached out to a few. We're waiting for a few to get back and work some things out. But I think American Joe for sure in the near future. And we'll go from there. Again, thanks for all. We got Proud American just sent a last-minute super chat. Thank you so much, Proud American. Again, Jeff Stewart, EO2 Dave, folks. All the donations to the Greg, that was awesome. There's like, the last I looked, like almost 70 of you on the one. So unbelievable how you guys reached out and really helped and pulled together. So again, we appreciate that here at the Patriot Hour, and we will never forget it. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new. If you're a newbie, we welcome all newbies, and welcome. Make sure you're subscribed and play with that bell to alert you and notify you and your device in the most appropriate manner, whether you want it to, for our live feeds or our videos. I mean, there's multiple different ways we get the information out over here. So, all right, again, I'm going to shut this one down. You guys have a great evening. Again, God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you worldwide. And where we go one, we go all.
Are you listening?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all.
Now I see probably